A temple is literally a house of the Lord, a holy sanctuary in which sacred ceremonies and ordinances of the gospel are performed by and for the living, and also in behalf of the dead. It is the most holy of any place of worship on the earth. Whenever the Lord has had a people on earth who will obey His word, they have been commanded to build temples in which the ordinances of the gospel and other spiritual manifestations that pertain to exaltation and eternal life may be administered. In the temple, members of the church participate in sacred ordinances in which they may be washed, anointed, and instructed, and endowed and sealed. So the ancillary building is basically a place for lodgers, for people who come to the temple and sleep over. They pay a ridiculously cheap amount per night to enjoy all of these facilities. So this is the kitchen, free to all, where people might come, cook their meals, and even store them in the fridge. Use whatever they like. There are pots, kettles, spoons, cutlery, whatever you need. Babe, look at me. Babe, look at me. Smile. And you can't smile the whole of my teeth. Straight here. Smile. You smile. You hungry, right? Me too. That's what I said. Fresh boy. Out here we have a recreational spot for children to just play and have their own fun time while the adults, go for sessions. Temple ordinances are not to be discussed outside the temples, not because they are a secret, but because these ordinances are sacred. Members of the church are actually urged to qualify and prepare for the temple experiences. The ordinances and ceremonies of the temple are simple, they are beautiful, and they are sacred. Coming to the temple as a guest in the house of the Lord is a time of joy, but a time of quiet joy. The temple is a great school and a great house of learning. What we gain from the temple will depend to a large degree on what we take to the temple in the way of humility and reverence and a desire to learn. If we are teachable, we will be taught by the Spirit in the temple. In order to enter the temple, one must possess a valid recommend signed by one's bishop and stake president after an interview has been conducted. In the temples, the atmosphere is maintained to be ideal for instruction on deeply spiritual matters. Reverence is observed at all times. When we do ordinance work in the temple, we wear white clothing as a symbol of purity, worthiness, and cleanliness. Over the door to the temple appears the tribute, Holiness to the Lord. When you enter any dedicated temple, you are in the house of the Lord. The white clothing used for ordinances can be bought or rented at the church distribution services at a very modest fee that covers only the cost of laundry. In this church distribution service, you have the special garment or underclothing that members who have received their temple ordinances wear, and they are also sold at a very ridiculously cheap price. Also, in this place you find some books, some materials for study, some scriptures that can be bought at a very cheap amount. To know more about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the teachings and the temples, I'm going to leave a link in the description box. Please do well to visit it and read and learn for yourself. Till next time, bye.